We all know Spider-Man is the most iconic movie of all time. But it's hard to believe Spider-Man got the worst mistakes in movies history, like jump frame, recurring extras, disappearing bullet holes, and more. If you stay to the end, you will see the worst mistakes I have ever seen in a movie.
12-year-old Caitlin Thornley started sneezing a month ago, and she hasn't been able to stop. Just listen to her.
Number 1. The Lamp. After Peter Parker got bitten by the spider at the Oscorp laboratory, he felt sick. When he got home, he ran into his room and passed out on the floor. But when he wakes up the next day, he noticed his body changed overnight and he can suddenly see better without his glasses. On top of that, he got abilities like slowing down time and shooting spider webs from his arm. Peter first realized he can shoot spider webs when he was at the school cafeteria. A fork got stuck to his hand by a spider web coming out of his arm. It also got him in trouble, so he started practicing how to shoot spider webs in his room. When Peter shot his spider webs at his bedroom lamp and pulls it across the room, it smashed against the wall and breaks. But seconds later, when Aunt May is talking to Peter from the door, the lamp is back on the dresser in one piece. Which doesn't make sense. Maybe Spider-Man has abilities we did not know about. Suit change. We all knew the iconic Spider-Man suit. On the first Spider-Man movie, we can see the evolution of his costume. We first see Peter designing his suit in his room and first time wearing it in a wrestling match. First it looked junky, but it got better as the movie progresses. However, on the scene when the Goblin attacks the World Unity Festival, there is a shot of Peter tearing off his shirt, exposing a costume that is low-cut at the neck. However, in the scene when Spider-Man and Mary Jane kiss in the rain, the costume comes halfway up his neck.
No!
The homeless guy. When Peter was going home, he ran into Mary Jane on the street across from where she works. While they are talking outside of the diner, the same man wearing a flag coat is walking behind Peter 3 or 4 times. First, Peter says, "So
you're acting now?"
We see the guy walk past the parking meter. After a minute of them talking, the guy is still walking past the parking meter. But then, when Mary Jane walks off, guess what is the guy still doing? Walking past the parking meter. He is definitely one of the extras on the movie. But they used him so many times, doing the same exact thing, it looked like a glitch in the Matrix. You remember the scene when Neo watched the cat and it's the same thing over and over again? Exactly, just like that.
These nuts.
Gravity. Peter Parker got into a school fight with his classmate, and Peter throws his bully across the hallway with just one punch. Everyone got freaked out, including Peter. So he ran out of the school and he went to an alleyway where he discovered he can climb up a wall with just his fingers. During the scene when Peter is climbing up a building, if you look at his clothes, his shirt is hanging forward, which defies gravity.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of...
The directors totally forget his clothes should be hanging downward instead of forward. This mistake indicates that the scene was filmed with him crawling along a floor, horizontally.
Just be careful who you change into. Are you afraid that I'm gonna turn into some kind of criminal? Quit worrying about me, okay?
The bullet hole. We all knew Peter liked Mary Jane, but she did not notice him at all. So Peter wanted to impress Mary Jane by owning a cool car. After seeing an ad on a newspaper, he joined a wrestling match to win $3,000 so he can buy his dream car. But after he wins the match, the manager only gave him $100. Shortly after, as Peter was leaving the manager's office, the manager got his money snatched by a robber, and Peter let the criminal go into the elevator as a payback to the manager. Peter then goes outside looking for Uncle Ben, who's gonna pick him up. But he found his uncle shot on the side of the street by the same robber he let go. So Spider-Man chased the crook and jumped on the roof of Ben's car. The crook shoots several times through the roof of the car. Shortly afterwards, you can see 9 bullet holes in an overhead shot. As the scene moves along, there is another overhead shot, just as Spider-Man jumps over the bridge. No bullet holes at all. As you can see, the car looks intact. But seconds later, the bullet holes return. The window. Peter goes to Mary Jane's acting class to ask her about her audition. While they are talking, she invited him to a dinner date she's having with Harry.
I'm going out to dinner with Harry.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Of course, Peter refused, not to be a third wheel or whatever. So they said their goodbyes and Mary Jane left for her dinner date. But Peter noticed suspicious looking people are following her through the alleyway. When Mary Jane realizes she is being mugged by 4 men, Spider-Man throws the 2 men into the 2 windows behind Mary Jane. The shot switches to Spider-Man beating up the other 2 guys. But when we cut back to Mary Jane, the 2 windows are intact. We have seen it breaking. Or am I tripping? Let's rewind that. As you can see, it was broken. Even with all this mistake, one cannot deny Spider-Man is one of the best movies of all time.
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
In all Spider-Man franchise, Spider-Man made over $1.2 billion. There are many mistakes, but these are the biggest mistake I have noticed in the Spider-Man movie. If there are any other mistakes that I haven't noticed, let me know in the comments. But if you want to see even worse mistakes, check out my previous video, 10 biggest mistakes in Breaking Bad. The camera and the cameraman's hand is visible for about a second from the left side of the mirror. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and become a member of this cool little channel we got going over here. It's good to subscribe sometimes, just click the red button and don't forget to ring the bell.
Go crazy! Go stupid!